Hello, so today I'm going to be doing a banoffee pie. This one is from the Cake Decorating magazine, issue 17. I normally make banoffee pie, but I do it differently. I do buy tinned caramel, or the tin that you boil yourself and make it that way. This one actually is making your own caramel, so I'm going to give it a go. And I normally use a digestive biscuit base for mine. But this time I'm following this and making my own pastry. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it all comes out good. If it doesn't, it doesn't, I'll figure it out. So anyway, the ingredients you're going to need, this is for the pastry. You're going to need flour, sugar, butter, it's got to be cold. And for the caramel, this is cream and sugar. The only thing I'm worried about with the cream that I've got is it's double cream. And in the magazine it does say to get 30% fat, which, I've picked up the wrong one. Couldn't find any with 30% fat, so I was just like, right, that's it, that'll do. Anyway, moving on. So for another part of the filling, you're going to need cream. This is for the top. Bananas, juice of a lemon, and for the very top I'm going to put grated chocolate. Normally you can do sprinkles. In the magazine here it does say that you can use nuts, what else does it say, and white chocolate shavings, but I'm using milk chocolate. Anyway, I'll start putting it together and show you how it's done. Okay, so I'm going to make the pastry. I'm going to put in your flour. You can do this by hand, or you can use your food processor, it's completely up to you. Your sugar. Just going to give them a quick mix. And then add your butter. And then you just want to mix this until it starts lumping together, so that you know that you can pull it together. So you want to transfer it onto your dish first. I'm going to spray it, some non-stick spray, and then I'm going to take this out. Then we want to pour this onto it. It looks a little bit dry, do not worry. Okay, so you want to start by putting it up the sides. You want a nice even layer. Some people flatten it in the middle first, but personally, after watching a few videos, I've decided to start with the sides first. When you're happy with that, and you can start flattening it in the middle. Okay, so you want to smooth it around with a spoon. Just get it as flat as possible. just until you feel happy with it. Check your sides. You want to make sure that this is even. Okay, so when you're happy, you want to get a fork and you want to pierce little holes. Please excuse my phone in the background. Little holes, that just helps it when it's baking, like little air pockets. And then I'm going to cover this with cling film. And then you want to put this in the freezer. You can put it in the fridge for about half an hour, but as I'm in a bit of a rush today, I'm going to put it in the freezer for about 15 minutes. And in the meantime, you want to get your oven ready for on gas mark 5. Okay, so I've got my pastry out the freezer. It was in there for about 15 minutes. I'm going to bake this in the oven now. I will put it on a tray actually. So I'm going to bake this in the oven for about 20 to 30 minutes. I'm just going to keep an eye on it, and once that's done I'll show you what it looks like. Fingers crossed it comes out good. Just to show you that this is the tray that I'm using, baking sheet, and yeah, I'm going to put it in the oven now. It's been 20 minutes. There's a couple of little cracks in, it's puffing up a little bit, so I'm a little bit worried. What I'm going to do is put it back in, put some greaseproof paper on, and I've got some of these baking beans just to weigh it out. I mean, if you haven't got baking beans, you can actually use rice or lentils, but yeah, I'm going to stick that in again for another 10 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to take it out the oven. I think that is done. I'll let it cool down and we'll come back and check it. Okay, so I've removed the beans. What I did, just to give it a little bit more colour, I put it back in the oven for about 5 to 6 minutes. So I'm going to let this cool completely, and then I'll remove it from the base, and hopefully it's come out okay. Okay, so here comes the moment of truth. I'm going to use a tin of beans to take this lid off as a case. I'm going to put that over the middle and gently take that away. Ooh, okay, I think it looks really nice. And yeah, so I'm going to move on to make the filling now. And